everyone, how's it going? I'm here with an introductory video for We Played God. I'm here with the lead writer, Doug, who has been spearheading the development of this, our new narrative survival horror dinosaur miniatures game, which is live on Gamefound right now.
For today's scenario, we're gonna have to collect some keys, get some fuel, and try to get one of these vehicles running so we can get the heck out of here. You and your friends are trapped in this research facility where they've been genetically recreating dinosaurs. And things go south very quickly, and you've got to try to make your way out of this place.
Things go south, as they always do.
As they always do.
Dinosaurs.
Looks like we're going in one survivor each.
Yep. I'm going to be playing as the security guard. He is good at attacking, and he's carrying a tranq gun. So hopefully up against this Spino, that'll help us out a lot.
Okay, and I'm rolling the programmer. There's a terminal over here.
Yep.
That would be good. Good for me to hack.
Yeah, it would be nice for you to get in there. We can actually narrow down which one of these vehicles might be the correct one. So we get to go ahead and take our actions. We each get 2 actions. And we probably want to stay away from that dinosaur. He is
yeah, this is an alpha, right?
Yeah, he's one of the alpha dinosaurs. He is big and mean and scary, and we probably will not survive an encounter with him.
And there's only 2 of us, so it's only so many bodies to sacrifice here.
Each zone within Eden is controlled by an alpha. These are the big boys on the block. And the alphas have the potential to show up in any mission that you play. We've kind of left the, I guess, naming conventions of these fairly broad, with the idea that players can kind of sub in any model that they want for the different carnivores. Same with the herbivores as well.
Just kind of overall objectives we're looking at here. When you figure out one of these vehicles, this security office has the keys.
Correct, and this door is low security, so it is locked.
Okay.
We can get through that with a strength test. You can pass a strength test.
All right.
Or the security guard has a key card on him.
And
he can just swipe it and open that door.
Cool. And then the fuel tank's over here.
Yep.
When you fuel up, get the fuel, get the keys, figure out which keys go into which vehicle.
Try to get out of here.
And then try to get out of there.
Yeah. Your programmer does have a flare with them. That item will allow you to kind of distract the dinosaur if you drop it near them.
All right.
Which could be helpful for us.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you take point there.
Yeah, I think my first objective is gonna be to try to get up here and get this door open.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna tuck in right behind you.
Got to keep us safe. All right, so now we're gonna go to the dinosaur turn.
All right.
At the beginning of his turn, the first thing we'll do is check to see if he feeds. If this dinosaur kills a target, it'll feed on its next activation.
Okay.
So for the rest of the time that we're playing, as long as he's not killing anything, he's not gonna feed, so we don't need to worry about that. First, we'll roll his aggression, which is a D4. Okay. We're looking for above or below half. So roll that D4 and let's see what we get.
It's a 1.
1, he's passive. Now, his instinct is a D4 as well, so we'll roll it to see what he does.
It's also a 1.
It moves its speed in a random direction.
Okay.
So let's just roll a scatter die. For this scatter, we're using a D10 and following the point, so.
Okay. He's just stomping his way right over here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Tuck in right back here.
Okay.
I'm going for the fuel there.
I'm gonna make a move action to the door here and open it with my security card.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is dig deep. Dig deep allows me to take an extra action, but I gain some stress, which is gonna make it harder for me to do tests. During a game, players don't just have to contend with the dinosaurs. Things can be very stressful when you're trying to hide from these creatures. And your survivors will gain stress. And stress tokens make it harder for you to pass tests and can even be deadly if you get too many of them. For each stress that you have to roll extra die and take the lowest. I really don't want to be out there in the open, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple stress for that.
So back to Alpha.
Let's roll a D4 for our dinosaur.
4.
Ooh, he's aggressive. Roll a d4. Let's see what he does. Into the floor.
Play where it was. No. I'm gonna play it, sure. It was a 3.
3. It charges towards the furthest survivor within line of sight and speed. Well, currently there's not a survivor within line of sight and speed. So, since there's not a valid target, it's going to move 4 inches in a random direction.
All right, he's continuing on.
He's just kind of moving into this corner.
Yep.
That is really good for us. Hopefully we can keep him over there for a while.
Sniffing around, shuffling around those barrels.
Yep. Pick up some gas.
Pick up the gas.
I'm gonna move in here and pick up the keys. So at this point, we have both of our objectives.
Yeah.
Now,
some lucky dino rolls, but
we've got to get across this.
All right, well, let's see if this dinosaur is gonna turn around.
Yep, let's see what he does.
It's a 3.
He's aggressive.
Okay. It's a 1.
It rushes towards the closest survivor within line of sight. Again, there's nothing in line of sight, so he's gonna move 4 inches in a random direction. Let's see. Oh, that's not great.
It's literally...
Okay,
Okay.
So he's gonna go 4 inches
This is great.
back the way that we came.
He's just looking at me.
Yep,
He's taking a little peek-see with this green eyeball over there.
exactly.
I'm gonna throw a flare.
Okay, so you can drop that within 6 inches of you, and it is a thing that he will target as if it were a survivor.
So I'll just put it like right there.
Okay, we'll call that your flare for the turn. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and start pushing across. I think I have to try to gain some ground while the flare is out.
Yeah.
All right, dinosaur turn. Let's roll his instinct.
1.
He's passive.
4.
Well, unfortunately, that doesn't target anybody. So the flare doesn't really help. It roars loudly. All survivors gain 2 stress tokens.
He just didn't like the bright light shining in his face.
You made him really angry by throwing that flare.
And the flare goes out.
Yep.
And a move,
Gets you right in the door.
Tucks me in right here.
I think what I'm gonna do is try to move 3 inches closer here, and then we're gonna try to shoot him with the tranquilizer. I am stressed, so I'm gonna have to roll 2d6, and I take the lowest.
Okay.
So, both of them will get +1 to the roll, but I still have to take the lowest.
Yeah. And you're looking for a 4, 5, or 6.
Half or above, yep.
So-
Okay, the first one's a 3, so that's gonna fail. Doesn't matter what my second one is,
It
even
would've
though
been
that
a
was a
pass.
pass.
So you lose 1 of your stress.
You burn 1 stress when you try to take the test.
Okay.
And that 1 stress causes you to have to roll the 2d6, or the
And
2 die.
You just completely whiff the shot.
Yeah. The problem is, now I'm sitting out in the open.
You're offering yourself up to him right there.
And if I dig deep, which I could do, it doubles my stress, which would take me to 6.
Which would, oh man, you're about to get chomped.
If I gained another one, I would be in trouble. I think my best chances are to see what happens and hope I get lucky.
Just to hope.
So, we're rolling for his behavior die.
Yeah.
It is being modified now by the fact that he has 2 survivors in line of sight. Each
Perking
one
him.
of them gives him +1 to the roll.
So he's going to be aggressive.
If I roll a 1,
Yeah.
he's passive.
Okay.
But that's the only chance that he's passive.
You rolled a 1! Okay, okay.
I can't believe it.
All right, he's passive. He's passive.
Okay, we'll see how long that lasts.
A 4.
It's a 4. He just roars at me, so we're gonna gain 2
2.
stress, and I am dangerously high on stress
And
now.
that would have killed you if you had dug deep.
Yep, had I done it, I would have been in trouble.
I'm gonna move there and try to hack.
Okay, what is your tech skill?
My tech is a natural D6.
Okay, you are stressed, so you'll have to roll it twice to
Yeah.
see if you can get in there.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
A 5.
Okay, I got a 5.
and a 5. Let's
2
go.
5s.
All right. Okay, so you did manage to hack into that. Now, that's going to allow you to do some actions from the terminal actions.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Certain actions that your survivors do can generate noise, and dinosaurs will immediatally react to noise, even if it's the player's turn. The more noise on the table, the more likely it is they're going to be aggressive.
First off, crackle, crackle. Here, dino, dino, and I'm gonna make a noise right over in this back corner.
All right. So whenever we place a noise token, all the dinosaurs on the table will react to it.
Okay.
Okay. Alphas and carnivores move towards noise.
Yeah.
Herbivores move away from noise.
Ah.
All right. So he's going to try to get here through the path of least resistance. That's a huge win.
I also would like to read a classified entry.
Okay. There are things within this facility that you'll find that are referred to as classified entries. And as you're playing the game, you may stumble across these. And we've designed a really cool website where you can go on and put in the code that you get from that classified entry, and it'll give you kind of an interactive text block or whatever it is of the thing that your survivors have found. Remove one objective token from a random vehicle if the correct vehicle has not been found.
Okay, so essentially we're getting told that one of these vehicles has been damaged.
Yeah, and we know that's not the one that we're going to be able to use.
All right.
So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and see which one it is.
It's a 1.
Okay, well, we know that's not the vehicle. And now, when we roll for these, we'll get some bonuses.
Better shot.
Yep. I'm going to move 3 inches towards the vehicle, and then I'm going to take a calm action, which allows me to remove a stress.
All right, down to 4 stress. That's good.
At least now, if he roars, I won't have a heart attack and die.
Yes.
Now, there is 1 noise on the table, which will modify his roll.
Okay.
He doesn't have any of us in line of sight, so this roll is going to be at +1 for the single noise token.
2 plus 1?
Makes it a 3, which makes him aggressive. We remove the noise.
1.
Rushes towards the closest survivor within line of sight, which there isn't one, so we're going to scatter him 4 inches.
Let's hope it scatters away from you.
Let's really hope it scatters away.
It does not.
It doesn't. Kind of
right around the corner.
Brings him to here, which thankfully, because he's trying to get to that point, he's still not looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 3 inches to here, and I'm gonna interact with this vehicle.
Okay.
Now, we're gonna roll to see which vehicle it is.
Okay.
I'm rolling a D3, and I have to hit a 3.
And we get +1 because of this.
+1.
Okay. 3 plus 1 is 4.
So this
not
is a 2. It's not that vehicle.
It's the ambulance.
So you'll need to move and fuel it, and I'll need to move and interact with it.
And then we can get out of here.
The vehicle has been unlocked, and it's been fueled. Unfortunately, because of our stress, we can't dig deep and go ahead and get in the vehicle.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna roll for the dinosaur and just pray that this super chill alpha, who's been chill the whole time,
Yeah.
is just gonna stay chill.
Yes. It's a 4.
Bad start.
Yeah.
Let's see where we go from here.
4. It caught your scent. It rushes towards the closest survivor. If this brings it within range, it will attack. I'm the closest, and it has a speed of 12. It most definitely gets to me.
Yeah. But you're like, we're already here.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to get in the car and go.
Each one of those marks on the hazard die is going to deal me a wound. This isn't great.
So you could potentially take 8 wounds.
Yeah,
And you only have 3.
I have 3.
This
If it's half or over,
Yeah.
he's going to hit
his
me.
attack roll.
Yeah. It's a 5 plus 1 is a 6.
6. That's
so
over half.
it's over half.
Oh.
Okay. Hazard die. I'm gonna have to roll one of these twice.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't have to roll
okay.
one twice.
So we rolled 4 marks. Each one of those marks
Is a wound?
is a wound. My security guard has 3 wounds. That's 4.
Yeah, and just basic math there.
It's greater than
Basic what that equals is 2 legs sticking out of his mouth.
100%.
He just hope.
All right. Well, you are going to gain a stress from.
You don't need.
I don't need those anymore.
anymore.
From seeing one of your friends get eaten right in front of you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's going to put you at 6 stress. Good luck. I hope you can make it out next turn.
I mean, I'm doing better than you.
Yeah, well, you did better than me, that's for sure.
Well, that was the kind of broad overview of We Played God. As you can see, it's not a full end-to-end playthrough of the game. We just wanted to give you a really good idea of how the game plays mechanically and kind of what to expect when you play a game.
Yep. We Played God is designed to be cooperative and cinematic and scary. You never really know what the dinosaurs are going to do. And it always seems that when you're just about to the point of being able to do what you need to do, yeah, they chomp you up.
If you're interested, it's on Gamefound right now, and you can back it, and we'd love it if you would join us.